Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we'll be doing a full beginner's guide on how to use Slack. So without further ado, let's dive right in. So to give you guys a quick rundown on what Slack actually is, Slack in a nutshell is a cloud-based communication tool primarily used in online work. So here you'll get to do stuff like talk to your coworkers, exchange notes with them, talk to your bosses, have an archive for all of your projects, be kept up to date about the going ons of the company. You get the picture. So yeah, it's a really essential tool that makes sure that everything within the company is running like clockwork, which I think is pretty cool. So I guess to start off, I'll be talking about the user interface of Slack, and I'll be going over each feature from left to right and explaining things as I go. So as you can see on my screen here, I'm currently using the web browser app version of Slack, but I should mention that the features and functions here should work just the same with the Slack program on PC. So yeah, cool. So I'll start with this little section here. Here is where all of your workspaces will be shown and kept. So if you guys want like a good comparison, if you guys ever use Discord, they kind of function the same way as Discord channels, so you can switch seamlessly between each workspace by simply clicking on them. So that's pretty cool. Next, here, this little ribbon icon here is your list of reminders for the day. So this will list down all of your tasks for the day and their deadlines. So it's pretty straightforward. So let's move on to the next one. This one here shows a bunch of options. So I'll explain each one as I go over them. Automations talks about the plugins and integrations that your workspace will have, and I actually do have one installed for test bug, which I'll show you later. Canvases, here's where you get to curate and collaborate content. I'm not sure what this does, but as you can see, it's a new feature, so I'll be doing some research on that and maybe including it in the next video. Files, this one is pretty self-explanatory. If you want to send files to your workspace or documents and whatnot, this is the way to do it. External connections talks about a link or your connection to people in different workspaces or maybe your clients, other companies. Yeah, that's that. Next, this little plus icon here will show you an all-in-one kind of featured deal on the stuff you can do on Slack. So message is pretty self-explanatory. You either send a DM directly to a coworker or a different person or a different channel. Huddle talks about a voice chat or a video chat with your coworkers, kind of like Discord or Skype, if you've ever used those. Canvas is the new feature, so I'm not going to go over that one. Channel, here you'll get to start a new group chat. It's pretty self-explanatory. And the invite people button, also self-explanatory, is where you'll get to invite people to your workspace through email. Here is where your profile is. So you click on it and you see that you'll get a bunch of options to choose from. Here you can customize your status, set yourself as away, pause notifications, and the whole deal. And here, I'd actually like to go over this one, preferences, later. But before that, let's actually talk about the profile. So here is where your profile will be shown. It's kind of like an overview of who you are, what your profession is, your email and whatnot. And yeah, that's that. So let's go back to preferences. Here's the interesting part. Here's where you'll actually get to change like the aesthetics of Slack. So in my case, I like to have things in dark mode, but if you click on themes here, you can see that you can swap between dark and light mode. Okay, that that really hurts my eyes. And you can switch the color too, like so. But for now, let's just keep everything on default, and I'll keep the aubergine color for now. Okay, so moving on. This little section here will show you the list of channels you have and which teams or group chats are within your company. So let's pretend that I want to talk to someone in the editing team. So what you want to do is you want to simply click on that channel. It works very much like a group chat, much like with any other form of social media. So you click on this, and then here you can chat with the team. Where's the thumbnail for X video? This is just a variable. Don't read too much into it. So yeah, that's that. It's basically uh, a chat channel, as you will. It's pretty straightforward. There's not much else to it. Now, next, I guess I want to talk about the integration of plugins. So I actually do have one installed, and as an example, I'm going to show you right now. Here on the random channel, I do have one automation installed called Poly. So this one would start polls for uh your workspace. So here they can do votes. You can have a lot of fun with it, or here Poly would also help you with decision making. I imagine, and yeah, that's that. Sales report. Well, yeah, this panel right here is basically just a list of all of your group chats. The next section that I'm going to talk about is this big space that takes up almost all of my screen. So this is actually what displays all of your chats and conversations with your coworkers in that specific team. So let's say I had a conversation with someone from R&D about our recent project. So this is where it would normally show up, and here you can chat with them like so. It's pretty straightforward. And I'm going to talk about the functions here in the chat box. So you have your usual run-of-the-mill Microsoft Word functions like changing your text to bold, italic, and what have you. Here you can also link a URL, a link for people to click on. You can you can paste a big chunk of text and have them organized in bullet form, that kind of thing. And here you get to add attachments and files, the fonts. Here you get to choose which emoji to send. You know, you can have some fun with that, or like let a coworker know that you've acknowledged your message, or let's pretend that a task was assigned to you, so you want to react to that said message. Let's pretend that this is a message from someone else. You want to click on this. You want to give it the check mark. So that's just one of the few ways to actually use Slack for work purposes. So next, I guess I'll go over um, the features here. So Huddle, I think I explained this in a different video. It's kind of like a voice or video chat with your coworkers. So you simply click on it, and here you'll have a bunch of options to choose from, like muting your mic and whatnot, turning on your video. Now, here's the cool part. You actually Slack lets you share your screen. So if you're using visual aids or Microsoft PowerPoint to like showcase or get your point across, this is the way to do it. You also get to send emojis, invite more people to the call. It's pretty straightforward. So next, I guess I'll talk about this search bar for Slack. So let's say that you're looking for a specific message that was sent a week ago about a sales report, and you can't seem to find it because the chat the group chat has been flooded with updates and new messages and whatnot. Well, this is the way to look for it. So you can just type sales report from July 2023, for example. So it would normally show up here and would give you a link to, and Slack will then take you to that conversation. And yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, that's pretty much how you use Slack. Obviously, there's more to it than what I've shown on this video, but basically, at the end of the day, it's a really handy chat tool that you use for work, and it has a lot of integrations that help with the workflow. By They have the reminders function. Uh, they allow you to have group chats and calls with your teammates and whatnot. But yeah, so that's a guide for Slack for beginners. So thanks everyone for watching. If you guys found this guide helpful, we do have a YouTube channel where we do guides like these daily. And yeah, thank you for watching the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.